I wore the Samsung Galaxy Ring for 6 months straight to determine if it is precise in its measurements, if the battery actually lasts a long time, and if it's worth the price. When the Galaxy Ring came out last year, I actually bought one. I was intrigued by the promised tech and I was curious how AI would play a part. Also, this is the first ring that Samsung has come out with, but for $400 MSRP, that's quite a bit of an investment. The Galaxy Ring does not require any kind of subscription fees, which is awesome. I really appreciate that since several rings in this market do. So while the upfront cost is kind of pricey without a deal, the overall investment will end up being less expensive than competitors. Now this ring is made out of a premium material. It's titanium, so it's really lightweight. It's very scratch resistant. I have taken this thing on hikes with me while I'm holding onto like a metal chain to get up a really steep hill. I have knocked it against all sorts of metals around my house. I have created some scratches on it, but not very many, partially thanks to its concave design. It also comes in 3 different colors. There's gold, black, and silver. I obviously prefer the silver one. It matches my other jewelry, and some of my friends in the industry have expressed that they like my silver one more than their gold or black versions, and I think it really comes down to how scratched up it gets. So go to a Best Buy if they have them in stock and check out the colors in person. 9 sizes are available from a US 5 to US 13, so most folks should be able to find a comfortable fit. These sizes are very different than your regular ring sizing though, so if you don't know your Galaxy ring size, order the free sizing kit to figure that out before purchasing your ring. In total, this thing is 7 millimeters wide and 2.6 millimeters thick. It's very sleek, it's super minimal, and it's surprisingly lightweight, ranging from 2.3 grams up to 3.2 grams, and that totally depends on the size of the unit that you purchase. I don't really notice it whenever I'm wearing it, and I've got little dainty hands. Although I will say, I feel like I am kind of in between 2 different sizes, and I probably could have sized down, but it would have been pretty tight on my finger. And I say that because if I am holding on to like my hairbrush or my hair straightening tools or something like that, and I'm holding my fingers together, I can definitely feel the sides of it against my other 2 fingers, much more than I can with my normal rings. So I might have been able to size down, but I like that this one is a little bit more comfortable and it's loose enough that I can easily get it off. It's also got IP68 and 10 ATM water resistance, so swimming, you can shower with it, you can sweat with it on, no problem at all. I have worn it in the snow, I've worn it at the beach, all sorts of places with no issues. But I do prefer to remove it before getting submerged though, because trapping water between the ring and my finger does cause some skin irritation on the side, but that might just be me. Huge shout out to my Patreon members, by the way. If you want to support the channel and get exclusive access to my Discord server, check out the link down below. And also a big shout out to my newest Patreon supporters, including N. Crundle, Stephen K, Ken H, Benjamin W, and Austin B. We got quite a few this week. Thank you so much for signing up. All right, let's go ahead and talk the tech inside of this tiny little ring. It's got a heart rate tracker, it's got skin temperature sensors, and a 3 LED PPG sensor that works with the Galaxy AI app to analyze your health. And yes, it's also got a built-in accelerometer to track movement and workouts. Now the Samsung Health app, as well as the Wearable app, work in sync to give you a good analysis of your daily health. For example, I can open the Health app and see my daily steps, my activity time, calories burned. I find this to be very helpful whenever I'm traveling or I'm going to conventions, so I can really keep track of my daily activity. And then at the end of the day, after walking around Tokyo for 20,000 steps, I can be like, oh, no wonder my feet feel like they're going to fall off of my body. That would make a lot of sense. Now, for privacy's sake, I personally do not track a whole bunch of data on any connected devices. And given the current climate in the US, some of the data that they offer to track, like a period tracker, is better kept secret. Feel free to Google why. Now, one of the big selling points is Energy Score, which combines your sleep, your heart rate, and activity levels to tell you how ready you are for the day. It's like a personalized wellness dashboard on your phone, thanks to the Samsung Health app. The Energy Score was really just a confirmation for me whenever I was feeling tired or I had a super productive day. I also had a major surgery in January. I did not wear the ring during my first 2 weeks of recovery. I was basically like recovering, building Lego sets while watching Lord of the Rings extended editions, which I haven't seen in a very long time. Really no no energy levels to report there, and I'm sure that the ring would yell at me and just be like, you haven't walked around enough. You should get up. And I just didn't want to deal with it. But in November, I had traveled to India for a media tech trip. My sleep cycle was completely screwed up. My travel days had me exhausted. I was stressed out from all the travel. So the ring was like, girl, you need to focus on recovery. Your body is yelling at you. Confirmation that my body was extremely stressed out and very tired. The sleep coaching can be useful if you are trying to maintain good sleep habits. It does give you some ideas of what you can do there, like going to bed at a certain time and not staying up late watching Instagram reels and sending them to your husband. Yeah, I do that. One day that completely screwed up my habit tracker was November 18th, the day that I got home from India. I slept for almost 12 hours and it was very confused. I found the heart rate monitoring to generally work, but sometimes it does not accurately give me a reading due to ambient temperature, fit of the wearable, alcohol or caffeine intake, or emotional state. And I had a serious complication in January, and I tried to manually track my heart rate, so I had data to back up my claim. But several attempts at reading the data manually, and I was only able to get 3 manual heart rate recordings because it kept on giving me errors halfway through. It was pretty annoying, so I would not depend on this for surefire information constantly. It's better for just general analysis from day to day. Lastly is the stress tracker, which will show you how stressed out you are based on physical factors, such as your blood pressure, your heart rate, sweating. It will give you some recommendations, but otherwise is just more of a confirmation for what you are currently feeling. Okay, so does it last a long time? Well, feel free to subscribe to my channel while I tell you about the battery life. Samsung quotes up to 7 days of battery while wearing the ring on a single charge. I usually charge mine every 5 to 6 days, which could be because it's a bit of a smaller size too, so smaller battery. The charging case is fantastic though. I love that it can extend the battery life for like a good 2 weeks before you need to recharge the case, because the case has a 361 milliampere hour battery built into it as well. So you can pop that little thing in your purse and just go somewhere. Charging can take a full 80 minutes though, so keep that in mind. Do it while you're like, I don't know, in the bathroom getting ready in the morning. Us ladies take a very long time to get ready in the morning, so that's why I'm giving that example. I understand you dudes out there take like 5 minutes. I'm jealous. And you can see LED indicators for the current status through the transparent lid. It uses Bluetooth 5.4, but it does require you to have a Samsung account and a Samsung phone, so this is very much targeted towards the Samsung user base, similar to how Apple targets their core demographic with their wearables. That said, Samsung has baked in some really cool AI-powered insights. The more you wear it, the smarter it gets. It analyzes your data over time, and it offers tips. And if you pair it with a Galaxy Watch, you can get even deeper tracking as well. I haven't lost my ring yet, thankfully, but I do appreciate that Find My Ring is included, so if you misplace it, you can ping its last location in the Samsung app. Lastly, it does have some gesture controls too. You can double pinch your fingers to take a picture or turn off an alarm, and it does take a little bit of practice to get it right. Since the S25 Ultra no longer has Bluetooth S Pen support built in, this is an alternative to take photos with a remote control. Overall, I like the design, I like the battery life, I like that there's no subscription fee, I don't like that it's only useful for Samsung phone users. Like, you can still use it with other phones, but you're not gonna get some of those exclusive features. And other smart rings are coming out this year and they have more technical features. So I think this ring is best for very minimalist wearable users. You just want basic tracking, no subscription model, very minimal interaction needs. But with the new Ultra Human Air Ring, the Ring Con Gen 2, the Aura Gen 2, the Ring 1, the Amazfit Helio, the Circular Ring Pro, I haven't checked out a lot of these. There's a Kogan Aura Ring. Did I miss any? There's a ton. This is turning out to be a very saturated market. So are there any that you want me to review and compare? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you have any questions about the Samsung Galaxy Ring. I wonder if we'll get a version 2 this year. That would be cool. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.